Wendy. What's the deal, y'all? It's your girl, Tamika. Just wanted to come and talk to you guys to see if y'all heard the latest news on Wendy Williams. Well, if y'all missed it, on Monday's show, which was her season premiere, she revealed that her son had got exposed to synthetic marijuana and basically lost his damn mind. Like, he kind of got addicted, lost his damn mind, and they had to ship him out of the country to get help. And, I've been reading a lot of comments on her website, and, Hello Beautiful did an article as well about the new controversy, and a lot of people are giving her flack. They're saying, oh, karma this, and that's what she gets. She always want to speak on everybody else, and her home life ain't right, and all this stuff. And let me tell y'all, first of all, let me preface this by saying that, look, you already know that I don't particularly care for Wendy Williams. I think she's messy. I think that she only gives us what she wants us to know or whatever, and that's her prerogative, because just because these people are famous or just because they're talented don't mean that they have to be transparent and let us know everything that goes on in their lives. Not saying that, but I do have a problem sometimes when she becomes intrusive and she wants to be judgmental, and then when the finger turns back around on her, she wants to be vulnerable and want understanding and this and that. And that's my problem with her. So I'm not going around here saying karma this, karma that, like some of the other people are saying. But I am saying, like, maybe when you think about going in on people, you'll think about the situation, especially when you talk about people and their kids. I remember when she was talking about Nene and her son's Bryson's, trouble with the law or whatever. She went in on him. And that whole situation, talking about Nene as a mother and all this other stuff. So my hope is that when she puts all these people's business out there, there should be more cognizant now. Because now people are looking at you. People are saying all this crazy stuff about you, like karma this, or what did you expect? She was a drug addict, it's hereditary. I mean, they saying all sorts of stuff on social media about this whole situation. And some people are saying that the only reason why she even came forward is because it was going to eventually come out. And I do believe that. I do believe that even though it was under the radar because she sent her son out of the country to get help, that as soon as he came back, it would have got exposed. So what did she do? She did the smart thing. I'm not going to hold it against her because I was very smart. He's back in the country. It's going to come out some type of way. So she exposed herself. And when you expose yourself, you're able to put your spin on things. And when everything else comes out, don't nobody really care about that because you told your own story. So whatever else comes after that is like secondary. No one really pays attention to that. So she did the smart move. She went ahead, cleared the air, and it's all well and good. Now, a lot of people is like, okay, she's owning up to this, but she's never owned up to anything else. And she probably only owned up to this again because somebody was going to expose her. They was like, look, she didn't own up to Aaliyah. She didn't own up to all this other stuff that her and her husband be doing. She don't own up to how she played Charlamagne the God. And, oh yeah, how she played Charlamagne was totally fucked up. I will never forget about that because, like I said, Charlamagne got a lot of respect for me when he didn't go in on her, when she claimed that she didn't know him. And everybody probably don't know this, but quiet as it's kept, when Wendy Williams was going through all that stuff, when her husband was harassing her assistant back in the day, Charlamagne, who was her little sidekick on her radio show at the time, he was the middleman. He was the one going to the girl, trying to pay her off and all that. He was the middleman, so the whole media would get a hold of the complete story. Like, you got some of it. You know that she was pressing charges because Big Kevin was harassing her, and that, he was forbidden for coming to the radio station. We all know that, but we don't know that the reason why they settled out of court is because, they paid her off. And Charlamagne was the one who made sure the transaction went smoothly. So my thing is, if you got somebody that's ride or die for you, you don't sit up there and throw them under the bus because your husband got a beef with them, so you act like you don't know them. Never will be a fan of that. I think that is so disloyal, and I think that's trifling. But as far as this goes, I just feel like, hey, we just got to keep them in our prayers. Like I said, not the biggest Wendy Williams fan. And this whole thing with synthetic marijuana, it's crazy. That's why it was taken off the market in the first place, because a lot of people were losing their mind. And it does bring on psychosis and all this other thing. And a lot of people are like, wow, why didn't he just go ahead and, get the real stuff? His mama Wendy Williams, I know he can afford it. Right, because his mama is Wendy Williams, like she said. She's that mother that checks any and everything. Why? Because she's been there, done that. And this was brought on by his cousin that he was cool with. The cousin's older. And yeah, they wanted to smoke a little weed. And this particular synthetic weed, you don't even smell. So he was getting it in right up under her nose. And we can't really throw her under the bus on this, because how many times do kids do stuff that we had no idea about, and it smacks us right in the face? Let's just be real. It's been a lot of times when people do stuff right up under your nose and you have no idea, and you just shocked until they either in jail, in the hospital, or God forbid dead, and you like, dang, I didn't know. So I just wanted to come voice my opinion on it, because a lot of people were just like, oh my God, that's karma. She always want to talk about people. And, she got all these guys in her closet, but she don't want to cut nobody no slack and this and that. And I agree with that, but I'm not going to go in on her in this situation, because it can happen to anybody. I just hope that this humbles her and makes her see that, hey, before you go in on people, think about what's going on in your life, which I doubt, because she's never done it. This is not the first time when, at least I've known, that she's had some crap all up in her private life, and still want to point fingers. So time will tell if she uses this as a learning, as a teachable moment, as Oprah says. But I hope she does. And, just keep that in mind. It can happen to anybody. Like I said, still don't care for her, still do think she's messy, but I just hope that she takes this as a teachable moment, and that she learns to, think before she speaks, because everybody got issues. So before you go around judging and being so harsh on everybody, just think, your home life is not the best, and it's not me just saying, ooh, look at you, karma, this and that, because it's not about karma. It's just this thing called life that we live every single day. Nobody is perfect. So anyway, y'all, that's all I got to say. Till next time, y'all, peace and love.